Santham Academy. Welcome to Digital Kaksha. To get updates on new videos, click the subscribe button and the bell icon.
Let us move to the second part of the story. The name of the second story is The Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth. Here, the narrator himself is narrating his experience here. The narrator was actually longing to have breakfast with his family. So, he thought of flying from France to England in a Dakota plane. Dakota plane is used by army. And army people, they are using this particular plane. It can carry many people at a time. But here in the story, the narrator was flying alone. But here in the story, the narrator was flying alone. So for that, he had to adjust his time in this way that by the time next morning his family member wakes up and have the breakfast, he should reach there. For that, he started at 1:30 a.m. Late at night, or we can say very early he started. Around 1:30, he started from Paris. From there, the Paris control room, he got the instructions that to turn 12 degrees west. See children, when we are on land, traveling from one place to another, we have roads, we have highways, and we are able to see that this road is turning right or left. Imagine when someone is in the air, how will he find which way to go? And for that, every time he needs to get connected to the control room. So when the narrator started his journey, he got the instructions from Paris control room to turn 12 degrees west in order to reach his destination, England. Now suppose you turn little lesser or more. Now imagine if you turn little less or more, you will not reach to your destination but to a neighboring place. So you need to follow the instructions from the control room very strictly. And so did the narrator. The narrator took a turn and was now on the right track. After he flew for about 150 kilometers from Paris, he saw something strange. You know, when he started his journey, everything was fine, perfectly all right. Weather was clear, stars were visible, and every circumstance was favorable. But now, all of a sudden, in midst of your journey, you see something dangerous. Had you and I been there, we would have decided to take a U-turn and go back to Paris. But the narrator was very courageous, a brave man. And his longing to meet his family was so strong that he was even ready to take risk. Do you know what he did? He saw the black storm clouds. He took a risk because he was a very experienced person. He might have come across such situations many times. So, this time also he took a risk and he entered those stormy clouds. as usual. You know, when we enter into the stormy clouds, what happened? He lost the way. Imagine when you are traveling, you come across a storm and then you realize that you have lost the way. Will you not be afraid? Of course we would. Now, not only this, to the worst was the instruments stopped functioning. When you are in the air, you have only two supports. The first thing is all your instruments which are there with you to show the direction. And second thing is that your contact with the control room. Of course, when you lost the way, the instruments stopped functioning, then you have lost the connectivity, the contact with control room. Now, he has to take the decision. You know, this is the most difficult part when we talk about, where we have to take decision, not in a normal situation, but in danger. When we are in the difficult situation, when we are in danger, when we are at risk, we have to take the right decision at the right time. You know what he did? He also did the same thing. Now, he did not give up. All of a sudden, of course, he might have remembered God. He might have sought the help from God, that God, you are the only one who can save me now. But suddenly, he saw a black aeroplane parallel to his. See, children, when we talk about the air transport, of course, at a particular time we find sometimes many aeroplanes from the ground. When we see, we feel that two aeroplanes in opposite direction coming in, almost in the situation of crashing. No. They are nicely connected to the control room and they are flying at different heights. So they cross one another with much safety. But this black aeroplane was at the same place, at the same height where his plane was. When he saw that black aeroplane, even he could see that the pilot was there inside. And he saw that pilot. The pilot instructed him to follow. See, when we are in danger, when we find that there is someone who is trying to help me, without thinking, we take the help. Here, the first concern of the narrator was to land safely. And at that time, whoever is the one who is trying to help him is just like God. Because the most important thing is that you land safely. Had you and I been there, we would have thought, I don't know why this unknown man wants to help me. Maybe he's a terrorist. Maybe they are trying to hijack my plane. No. No such negative thoughts could overcome. So what he did? Without giving a minute, he started to follow the black aeroplane. And successfully he could come out of that stormy cloud. And soon he found the lights of the runway. His happiness had no bounds when he saw those lights. And he understood this was runway. He landed safely there, and as per the courtesy, he went to the control room of England to find out who was the pilot of the Black Aeroplane, because he wanted to thank him. You know what happened there? There another shocking thing happened. He went there to thank, so he asked the lady, "Will you please tell me who was the pilot of the Black Aeroplane that helped me to land safely?" The lady laughed at him and said, "Sir, there wasn't any other plane on the radar other than yours." So he wondered, who was the person in the plane I had seen? Because the lady kept on saying that there wasn't anybody other than you. I could see your plane on the radar. So there wasn't anybody else other than you in the air. He was surprised. What was it? Probably a miracle? Yes. That is the only possible reason that we can get that who helped the narrator. My dear students, this particular part is again teaching us to be very bold and brave enough to take risks in life. When you take risks, you get help from somewhere. If you are in danger, you get help from somewhere. Here the narrator got the help out of nowhere. He never expected that somebody would help him. But in the later half of the story, we come to know that he realized that it was probably God who helped him, or it's up to us what we believe. So, when we take risks in life and get stuck somewhere, the help comes to us, where we believe that we won't be getting help, but we get it. So, never give your hope. Always be ready to take risks in life and be successful. If you want your future to be bright, you need to take risks. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more.